Welcome back, mighty men and noble ladies. Our brother Oshay made a video about Anton Daniels, and today we'll be reacting to the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video.
Creators on the YouTube platform, Black YouTube in particular, typically have a few things in common. Number one, they don't really focus on thumbnails, good titles, or post-edited videos. No, they're above that. Their ability to attract an audience or attract demand goes beyond the technical way of making a YouTube video. These dudes are supreme. They are YouTube personalities. When you talk about people like Tommy Sotomayor, the legendary Kevin Samuels, even Fresh and Fit, and of course Anton Daniels,
that was insane.
These guys can break all of the rules, but they appeal to the emotions of people each and every day. With Fresh and Fit, it was with women and controversy. Tommy Sotomayor, it was hair-hatted hooligans and just crashing out. With Kevin Samuels, it was the frustrations and then resolutions between the black and female dynamic in relationships. But with Anton Daniels, it was different because Anton Daniels didn't represent, at least up front, what Kevin was about, or what Tommy was about, or what Fresh and Fit was about. Anton Daniels represented this.
I do it for a greater purpose. You know what I'm saying? I know that in order for me to be able to tell other people that they got to move a certain type of way, or to give them the blueprint on how it is that they can be successfully married, I have to be a reflection of the thing that I advocate for. So it's different from me. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean that I don't love beautiful women around me. It don't mean that I'm not gonna that I don't check out chicks or whatever, so on and so forth, or whatever. I just don't believe that A, they not worth my time. B, they ain't even close to the quality of the woman that I have. C, I also want to be the man that I would love for my daughter to marry. And then D, I have a higher expectation on my life, and I esteem myself greater than what normal people would esteem themselves. So I just hold myself to a higher standard than other people do.
But then this happened.
At first, his message felt like accountability, make better decisions, stop blaming the world, own your outcomes. That kind of talk resonates with men, especially men who feel invisible, and for a while it worked. But here's the thing about critique. If it isn't balanced with humility, it doesn't stay critique, it hardens. It becomes judgment, then disdain, then contempt. And once success shows up before self-awareness, that transformation speeds up. That's where the money comes in. Money changes people, especially when it comes fast. It doesn't just change what you can buy, it changes what you can access. New rooms, new attention, new opportunities, and new temptations.
I want to give a shout to the brother React with Rob. He made a really good video on this called The King Has Fallen, The Rise and Fall of Anton Daniels. Give him a round of applause.
I honestly thought he was going
Anton Daniels painted himself as a man that was faithful to his wife, a man that would never cheat. Unfortunately, we all know what Anton Daniels will become a little bit later on, because he would say that, well,
five hoes over there. Why I care about what a saying? I always got a bad chick with me. 100% of the time. I don't go out of town unless I got a bad chick with me. He don't know that. He don't know that I do what the I want to do when I want to do it.
I honestly thought he was going to that was insane.
I know. I'm kind of beating up that clip a lot. But we would see some holes in his armor. I mean, because he says he's a Christian, right? We know that. But then there were some situations in which Anton Daniels would be disrespecting people on panels, and it was getting bad.
That ain't changed. I didn't change that when we was on the phone. Yo, my wife checked you straight up in the comments. Real talk.
Check me. Your wife can't check me.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. That's exactly what she did. But the point is that the same way I am offline was the exact same way I am on the show, and I don't switch up for nobody. Not one person.
But wait, there's more.
Not one person.
You will. That's right.
Yo. I was in Chicago. No, bring them back. He a beta.
So this young lady is named Tawana.
Yo.
I haven't seen her in a while on the platform, but you know, Tawana used to be on the Lapeef Network podcast, and that is Tawana's fiance, who literally was crashing out on Anton. Now, there are other rumors out there that I cannot substantiate about what may have happened or may not have happened with Tawana and Anton as far as friendships or, you know, just enemies. I'm not sure, and that's not important. The issue is Anton Daniels is a man who puts himself out there as a man who respects his wife. He doesn't want to cheat, and other people are not like him. In other words, he has respect for his wife. He can't find anything better than that. Now, this is really good because for people within the Black love context, we want to believe that people like Anton exist in the Black community, and they may exist, right? But Anton is putting it out there as if he can't fall from grace, and he would never fall from grace. This is what he's saying. But then the reality is that Anton Daniels was acting in weird ways that a married man, well, maybe should never do.
Was that he got up there and he was, you know, telling people that basically they shouldn't watch me. So damn, so you want to affect my business? You want to affect my views? But the number one thing that he said that really bothered me was he got up there and said, y'all over there watching her, getting advice from her, and y'all ain't even f***ing.
So guys, this is Six the Goddess. Now, Six the Goddess, stop the show. Is so fun. Woo! I had to say that. I mean, she know it, but I'm just gonna say that. In her and Anton Daniels, I want to say they were collaborating. I don't know any more than that. But she basically publicly ended her friendship or her collaboration with Anton Daniels back in April 2023. In fact, the name of the video that she's talking about here is called I Plan on Moving Forward and Keeping It Player. But here we go. And on that particular video, the first thing that she played was an excerpt from Malcolm X about the house Negro and the field Negro. But then what Six the Goddess would come out and say about Anton Daniels would be shocking.
You know, for married men to be out here insinuating that you should not support a woman in business unless you're having sex with her is dangerous. And this is exactly why I discontinued my friendship with him and any business relationship with him, because the rhetoric that he throws out is dangerous. Okay. Shout out to my sister Nika for the super chat. Says he shaded me too. I caught it. Why y'all listening to women with husbands that let them be online? Wow, I didn't see that part. They husbands must be a simp because I keep my wife in the background. Wow. So Anton decided to act like a scorned ex-boyfriend or something. You know, I don't know. It was hella weird. I was like, this is making me uncomfortable.
That's right. You know, why y'all over there supporting her? Because ain't none of y'all clapping. That's right. Mr. Married Man, Mr. I Love the Lord was telling his audience that. So not only was Six the Goddess offended, but so was Dyna Marie, who I've had a show with Dyna Marie. I've never worked with Six the Goddess before. But what happens is that she was accusing Anton of acting like a scorned ex-boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, making her feel uncomfortable by basically insinuating these sorts of sexual things. Now, don't get me wrong. A woman like Six the Goddess is attractive, or a woman like Dyna Marie is married, but you know, she's an attractive looking woman. And it's one thing to understand that there are creators on YouTube that are fine. There are a few more. I don't have to name their names. There are many. But even if you are not a married man, you should never say stuff like that about a fellow female content creator, because we're all in the same business. We're all in the same industry. Now imagine this is coming from a man who is married a man who says, we just heard it, he don't cheat on his wife. And we've also heard him talk about the fact that he's not really collaborating with women unless they're giving him the box. And so the reality is that when this lady came out and said this, I'm talking about 3 years ago, and I can now remember it vividly, there was some form of backlash against these women, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and guys, let me know if I am wrong or about this, but I gotta give Six the Goddess and Dyna and Marie credit, and here's why I'm gonna give them credit. These are two women that were kind of in the front tier of, you know, speaking up for black men. All right, you got two good-looking women that are calling it down the middle. Now, can they have some takes that somebody doesn't like? Absolutely, they could. But I saw these women as two ladies from the community that called it largely down the middle on the behalf of black men. One of them was married, and I think that around this time they got some level of disrespect for even coming out against Anton for saying this. And now we see that 3 years later, well, guess what? Anton Daniels is much larger, but the framework for Anton Daniels' behavior was established way before then, and even on April 11, 2023. And the problem, like I always say, with these creators, especially these guys who come on the platform, they're chasing the bag, and they're chasing polarization and chasing large numbers. The problem is they're saying anything they can say just to get views because it sounds good. They're saying anything that they can to maintain an audience and to build their credibility up. The problem in saying anything to build your credibility up is because you don't chase substance, you're not chasing consistency, you're not chasing steady growth. You're trying to blow up and chase the bag. You have no framework that keeps you solid. You don't have a base. So what you say this week is different what you say last week, which is different than what you said the 2 weeks before. And you're just saying things and things and things every week as you feel to, you know, basically catalyze your audience and get the views and the money up. But your base and your narrative, especially about you and who you are, it changes. At one time, you don't cheat on your wife, you love the Lord, and then next thing you know, your wife know that you got 5 hoes, you stay with the baddie with me. Like, you just continue to contradict yourself. So you don't have anything that holds you down as a person.
I really like the man Anton for what he has built for himself. But hey, we call a spade a spade. If you're able to dish out advices to our black community, you should be somebody that is able to take one on your own. So I think all these problems arose from the fact that he couldn't take a hit back. And as a man, your word, your yay should be your yay. You shouldn't say one thing today and tomorrow you're turning your mouth. And so, and it's bad. It's bad. Once you are married, it's a no to be cheating on your wife.
Did you see that?
If you are polygamous, then you let your wife know so that if your wife is comfortable with that, good. But you should you don't let your one and only, your wife, your woman, to think that you are just in a monogamous relationship with the person and you are going behind their back to cheat. So guys, if you think this video, you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. You like, comment, and you share. Thank you very much. Until then, see ya.